Who doesn't like high-speed car chases? Except it, whatever daytime television program you're watching is stopped by local news reporting some illegal eluding authorities down the interstate. You don't really look away. Crazy things always appear to happen on live television, and police chases are no exception. There's an aspect of danger to high-speed chases, which are almost always caught on video and are uniquely interesting. Well, you know it's going to end badly. It's just a topic of how violent and harmful it's going to get. In today's video, we're going to talk about some of the craziest, most wild police pursuits caught on camera. From disappeared mental patients, to magicians, to nudists, it turns out all types of people are the kind to run from Johnny Law when in a pinch. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Mentally unstable trucker attempts suicide by cop. An 18-wheeler on the run depicts a special challenge for police officers. Such a huge vehicle needs a collective effort to corral, and as seen in the video taken in Moab, Utah, it is not an easy task, especially when the driver is dangerous. A series of police car attempts halted the mentally grieving man in 2002, who makes it clear that he'd rather die than be taken alive. Police officers try to shoot out the truck's air lines and injure the vehicle to no avail before the driver finally loses control and breaks into an off-road fence. However, the confused man makes a request for suicide by cop and is eventually taken to a nearby hospital. Number 9. O.J. and a white Bronco. In June 1994, O.J. Simpson and his associate Alp Cowlings led the Los Angeles Police Department on something that may be the most popular car chase of all time. Simpson was hoping to turn himself into police after being charged with the murder of his former wife. However, he had a change of heart and agreed to make a break for Mexico. As he and Cowlings left in the so-called popular white Ford Bronco, authorities were tipped off, and what pursued them was a chase across different LA freeways in a dramatic event broadcast live all around the world. Well, no one was harmed, and the chase came to a friendly resolution at Simpson's home in Brentwood, California, where he gave himself to the authorities. Number 8. Escaped mental patient takes police on wild ride. Well, what is the one way to make a high-speed car chase even more riveting? Throw in an escaped mental patient as the getaway driver. That's exactly what went down in this video, as Australian police attempted to battle a once institutionalized escapee. The man ran the cops on a wild chase, hopping over dividers, freely driving into oncoming traffic, and avoiding several attempts by officers to box him in. However, a bus lifted the man's vehicle, and he was arrested after a foot pursuit. While he was likely sent back to the mental hospital, he possibly had one hell of a story for group therapy that week. Number 7. A junkie hijacks a city bus in San Diego. In August 1997, some San Diego bus commuters got the ride of their lives when a crazy junkie impounded the large vehicle by putting a knife to the driver's throat. The strong man kept authorities at the inlet for more than 2 hours, covering 70 miles of ground in the process. In a cinematic hostage situation, the volatile hijacker was compelled to kill everyone on board as he randomly terrorized the Southern California city. The bus eventually came to a stop after running over a spike strip, and police were able to charge the heavyset, ragged man. The good thing is no passengers were injured during this drug-addled joyride. Number 6. BMW eludes police at 150 miles per hour. In February 1998, a Shawnee County, Kansas teen guided police on an insane high-speed quest that regularly got up to speeds of 150 miles per hour. The 15-year-old teen, who smoothly drove in and out of oncoming traffic like a Formula One driver, barreled away from police officers in a 240-horsepower BMW. However, officers in pursuit also had high-speed vehicles, cruisers with Corvette engines, a fortuitous brake, and were able to keep up with the teen as he sneaked spike strips and almost compelled them to squad cars into a head-on crash. Unfortunately, for this fresh thief, the engine on the stolen German vehicles finally cracked out and police were able to make detention. Number 5. A bad day in family court leads to a high-speed shootout. David Arroyo had a really bad day. The Tyler, Texas man went to a hearing in family court in April 2006, and bitter from his last divorce and child support responsibilities, he decided to open fire on his estranged wife, Maribel Estrada, in the courtroom. Estrada was murdered, along with Mark Wilson, who was a good Samaritan, with a private carry permit, who tried to take down Arroyo. Shielded by a bulletproof vest, Arroyo was prepared to leave the scene, where he then directed police on a high-speed chase. After a quick competition, Arroyo pulled over and started firing at authorities, Number 4. Insane Texas biker chase goes through 6 cities. In some ways, a motorcycle is an excellent vessel for ignoring authorities. While its heavy, strong nature allows one to flicker in and out of traffic with ease and slip through limited corridors that would prove mysterious for a full-size car. In the viral video, a Texas biker used all the powers of his bike to avoid authorities in an extremely lengthy chase that went through 6 different cities, while finally ending at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. At some specific points of the chase, the bike gained speeds of 100 miles per hour, and at one point he almost bumped an officer providing chase on his own motorcycle. We can give this guy some credit, as it's a pretty well-executed getaway attempt. Number 3. Teenage car thief crashes into pond, attempts to swim away. In 2001, a teenage car thief took off from an electronics store in Indianapolis, Indiana, and directed authorities on a high-speed chase through a quiet, residential neighborhood. And trying to avoid spike strips, the inexperienced thief loses control of the vehicle while staggering at dangerous speeds, and after slamming a patch of green grass, the driver finds himself slammed into a retention pond. Number 2. Man downgrades stolen cars, is quickly caught. In September 2011, a 23-year-old man brought Queensland, Australia authorities on a wild ride when he grabbed a bright yellow Porsche and bolted down the M1. A fugitive thought to be attached to different burglaries, the young man had been doing well at outpacing the police in his recently acquired sports car until he blew a guardrail, screwed up one of his front tires, and had to repair vehicles. In some hurry, the car thief had to settle for the secondary Nissan Navara as his next ride. This modest Japanese vehicle's lack of horsepower finally allowed the cops to track him down, where he finally surrendered, but not without a fight. Number 1. A high-speed chase turned into a deadly situation. Hong Il-kim took off in his Toyota 4Runner on Valentine's Day 1996 and started up carelessly running through Orange County, California, cutting off drivers and operating through red lights. When an uncertain police officer tried to pull Kim over, he directed authorities on a 30-mile high-speed chase that soon brought the attention of local news cameras. Once Kim was eventually cornered in a strip mall parking lot, he started accelerating his engine and smashing his car into police cruisers. He was welcomed with a hail of bullets, which assassinated him on live television. The shooting went down as a suspicious judgment call, and though Kim's family took a criminal death suit against authorities, their claim was eventually unsuccessful. Alright, that's it for today's video. But before we confess our final goodbye, please note new videos are uploaded regularly on a wide variety of topics. Comment on our video to let us know what you want to see next. If you like watching our content, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.